And so for those of you that don't know me very well, it can come across as if I'm speaking at you. And I want to tell you, I'm not speaking at you. I'm speaking with you. Okay, you hear me on this? So pretty much I'm going to stand up here for the next 45 minutes, and I'm going to have a conversation with myself and allow you to listen. That's basically what's about to happen. Okay, we all on the same page? Say, yes, I got it.
Yes, I got it.
Yes, I got it. Okay. The first key that we all have to understand is it's our life. Don't blame politics. Don't blame your boss. Don't blame your dad or your mom. Don't blame your grandparents. Don't blame your sibling. Don't blame your best friends. It's your life. And when I was younger, I would say, man, I wish they would do this, or I don't understand this, or why isn't this happening? The ownership mindset understands control what you can control. I've never understood why people complain about things they have no control over. What are you trying to accomplish other than making everyone around you miserable? You know what I mean? If you don't believe me, just go on social media. I wish somebody could pass a law where you're not allowed to speak death or negativity about another human being. I wish that law would pass, because nothing good comes from it. Nothing. Nothing. There are pity parties everywhere. We need to turn out the lights, pop the balloons, and send everybody home. Here's the problem. Most people in the world don't have the ownership mindset. They have the complete opposite. And listen to me. I fall into this trap at times myself. And I promise you, you do too. The opposite of the ownership mindset is the excuse mindset, the victim mindset. Okay, the victim mindset basically is nothing more than a coping mechanism to make us feel better about things we know we shouldn't have done, shouldn't have said, or maybe should have done and should have said. It's how we cope. So we make excuses. I should have worked out this morning, but you know, it was so cold, I didn't want to go to the gym. Yeah, that was me, by the way. That was me. Actually, I did work out today. I was actually quoting somebody else on our staff who didn't join me in the gym, who said they were going to. Claire. I love you, sweetie. By the way, Claire, does she not is this not beautiful? Does she set this up? Give Claire a huge round of applause. By the way, Claire, I enjoyed dinner last night. That was awesome. I enjoyed the conversation. So the ownership mindset is the complete opposite. I want you to grasp this. We must own a few things. Number one, we must own our thoughts. Most people do not. Most people do not own their thoughts. They allow other people to control the way they view things in life. Look at religion. Most people go to the church they go to. Why? Because their parents went there. They don't even know why they go there. If they're in a Methodist church, they don't know who John Wesley is. Right? They have no clue. Why are you Catholic? My parents were. Why are you Jewish? My parents were. You know, I didn't accept Christ till 17. It's because I saw a bunch of religious people and I didn't want to be like them. I'm just being honest with you. I was like, if that's what it means to be a Christian, I'm out on that deal. And then I learned they had it all wrong. It's about loving people, not judging people. Right? And so my point is, just an example. For those of you not Christians, you're probably going, okay, dude, get off the spiritual train. Okay, just relax, take a chill pill, okay? The ownership mindset says you own your thoughts. Secondly, you understand that by owning your thoughts, you may now own your actions. You see, life is a byproduct of your thoughts lead to actions, actions lead to habits, habits lead to results. Okay, so you're not going to be able to take responsibility for things in life until you have the ownership mindset. And until you have the ownership mindset, you are nothing more than someone who had potential but never fulfilled it. I want you to grasp that. It is your life. IDLIFE is your business. We do 3 simple things at IDLIFE. You got to master the products, master the compensation plan, and master the tools on how to share the products and the compensation plan. Those are the 3 things you do here. And tomorrow you're going to get amazing training. Mark Bennett has come up with an amazing, guys, I'm just so excited for you tomorrow. But at the end of the day is you've got to own your thoughts, and then that leads to the right actions. And then you must own your actions. Now here's what's interesting, most people don't own their actions. Nothing worse than youth sports to highlight that point. Well, he tried. He tried. That's great. I'm happy for him. He tried. Well, don't you think he should? I don't understand why you pulled him out of the game. He struck out 3 times in a row. The game was on the line. It's called the definition of insanity, right? Keep doing the same thing over and over and get the same results, right? I'm going to put a different hitter in there, but the game on the line. I can't believe you did that to my son. Victim mindset, right there. Right? Victim mindset. I'm sitting there going, I can't believe you're defending your son. He was hideous. Freaking hideous. I got 3 times in a row. Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah. Oh, you won't have a problem finding parents bashing me on the internet about youth sports. It's because I can't stand the excuse victim mindset. Do you understand, parents? This isn't about sports. This is about life. And sports is a platform to teach our kids about life. And when you tell them it's okay to be terrible, you're in creating a victim entitlement mindset, and then you wonder why everybody complains about the millennial generation having this entitlement mindset. We created it. I mean, you have to understand that. Oh, Logan, I think you're being too harsh. You're wrong. When the young man learns to own the actions and own the results, only then will the young man learn to improve upon them. But if you keep telling the young man it's okay that he stinks, he's going to keep stinking. And the reason I'm saying this is this happens in life. We go into this victim mindset if we're in debt. Well, you know, I tried, I don't understand it. Own it. Own it. Because until you own it, you're not going to move forward to solve the problem. You're going to keep coping. Right? Well, when we own our thoughts, it leads to owning our actions, and then we own our habits. You see, actions don't lead to results. Actions lead to habits that lead to results. The greatest example I can think of is the wine industry. I'm 100% convinced that mothers with toddlers keep the wine industry in business. That's all I'm saying. I'm convinced of that. I'm just telling you right now, man. Women that swore they never drink a day in their life, it's a bottle a day with toddlers. You know what I mean? And look, I'm going to tell you right now. What? Teenagers? I haven't gotten there yet. Sorry. I told you I'm speaking about myself. I've got twin toddlers, okay? But listen to me. I'm going to be very real with you right now. I didn't have a sip of alcohol until July 30th, 2005 at my brother's wedding. Fact. Nothing ever crossed my lips. I've never smoked nothing in my life. I was about as clean as they could come. And my brother's wedding wish was that I'd have a sip of alcohol with him and a toast for his wedding. It's been all downhill from there. But I want you to understand something. Is my wife, on the other hand, she's fine. She's always liked to have a glass of wine. Well, I found for New Year's, I told her, I said, honey, look, here's the deal. I don't want our children watching us do that in front of them. It's not the right example. I said, secondly, we've allowed a bad habit to come where every day, like at the same time, you pop open a bottle of wine. And I said, honey, you don't ever drink too much. You always control yourself. It's not that. That's not the issue. The issue is it's not a good habit. It's not good for your health. You know, I mean, the American Heart Association said different. I get that, but you get my point. My point is I'm throwing an example under the bus of how the things you do daily can become habits. And those habits can cause problems in people's lives. They can. Thankfully, that's not an issue for my family, but I know that is an issue in other people's families. And so my point in all that is that's a real example how something so mundane, something that seems so innocent and so simple, can become a habit. And I said, you got to own this. For a month, we're fasting. We're not doing it. We got to own our habits. And of course, it was not an issue for us. But there are people in this room where it was an issue for you, and you had to go get treatment for it. Well, in the same way, no, that's not a joke. That's a very sensitive topic. But my point is that it all created with, in your mind, you told yourself it's okay. Okay? And then you had to take ownership of the action. Well, then what happened is you had to take ownership of the habit. And then also what happened is you had to take ownership of the result. But that's not what most people do. They have excuses. They play the victim, and the rest is history. In your IDLIFE business, it's the same thing. There's people that live 2 miles from here. I don't know if I can make it. It's cold outside. Traffic's bad. They're not here right now. They're not here. Yet, there are people that flew here. If you flew here, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Stand up. If you flew here, stand up. Give them a huge round of applause. I see Bob Cooper right there. Bob Cooper, I saw your post on Facebook. Everybody sit for a sec. Bob, stand up. This is hilarious. So, Bob, I understood your truck broke down. And because you didn't want to miss your flight, because you didn't want to miss this, you abandoned your truck. Is that right?
Yep.
You abandoned your truck. So where is the truck now?
Tow truck driver picked it up. I left the keys under the mat. I said,
I read that.
He called Uber so he could get here. That's owning the day right there, baby. I love it.
I saw it. I made pretty cool.
Other people, instead of owning the thoughts, owning the actions, owning the habits, owning the results, they play the victim right there.
I can't believe this is taking so long. You gotta be kidding me. They'd be cussing out some insurance company or something.
And at the end of the day, nothing good comes from it. Are you following me on this? What I want you to grasp, and we'll move on to this second step. If you're not in the ownership mode of thinking, you are in the victim excuse mode of thinking. And nothing, hear me, nothing good comes from the victim excuse mode of thinking. And it is a disgusting disease. I had somebody, after I trained on this topic one time, right into our headquarters. Well, Logan should be more sensitive to what's going on in people's lives because sometimes excuses are validated.
For the weak and the tender.
I said, thank you for validating my entire training. I appreciate that. You just validated my entire training. Look, at no point in time am I saying that bad things aren't going to happen. At no point in time am I saying that excuses aren't validated. What I'm saying is own your thoughts so you can own your actions, so you can own your habits, so you can own your results, instead of dwelling in the excuse mindset. No one's saying that when my wife and I couldn't have children, yeah, you know how easy it is to be the victim. Of course it is, but what does it solve? Nothing. You follow where I'm going with this? In network marketing, so many times, oh, my upline sponsor just isn't good enough. I get no support. I get no support. You signed up to be a business owner, not to be in the babysitter's club. That's what you signed up for. You follow me on this? I mean, seriously, we're not passing out pacifiers. And that's not what we're doing here, right? And so, by the way, now can you see why I warned you about the training part of it? Okay? I gave you the warning, okay? But at the end of the day, listen to me. You're a business owner. It's one team, one vision. All of you, you have support here. If you live in the DMV area, you got Ty Toad, you got Wendy Ryan, you got the Mallories, you got Stan and Sharice, you got Marty and Israel. I mean, you have plenty of people here that are experts at this. They're here for you. They host meetings for you. They will do anything for you. Use them. If your upline's terrible, don't use them. Don't use them. I was in 2 companies. My upline was terrible. They were terrible. But I had the ownership mindset. I said, I'm going to go find people I can learn from. I'm going to go read the right books. I'm not going to let their lack of leadership affect my ability to change my life. Once you own your thoughts, own your actions, own your results, then you have to get focused, okay? So now you're locked in. Okay, I'm honest. I'm owning it. I'm owning my life. It's my life. No, I am responsible for the outcome of my life. I'm responsible, okay? So the second thing we have to do then is decide where are we going. What direction are we going in? Okay? In other words, what's your bullseye? You know, people, one of the number one questions I get asked by individuals is they ask me, they say, Logan, with the people you get to live life with, the alignments you live life with, what are some of the commonalities amongst like billionaires? Like, what are they like? What's the commonalities of these professional athletes? Or, what are they like? People all want to know that question, right? It's a fair question, right? In other words, what they're asking me is what? What are they asking me? What does it take? Right? I can tell you one of the common things that every single person that I've had the privilege to do life with that has accomplished great success, one of the common things about all of them is they have this tunnel vision focus of where they're going. And nobody is penetrating it. They don't just see the target like some people. You know who the people are that see the target? Those that participate in life. Okay? And they don't just see the bullseye. The people in life that produce, they see the bullseye. Okay? What they do is they see a bullseye within the bullseye. And they change the game. There are people in life that participate, there are people that produce, there are people that change the game. They're game changers. And to be a game changer, you've got to have an absolute established bullseye within the bullseye, a focused tunnel vision that no one's penetrating. If your deal is to get to National Director this month, get it. Jen Weinbrenner got to National Director this month, and she got it today. And she was focused on it. She got it done. Is she here? Is she here? Where is she? Oh, right there. I didn't know you were here. Congratulations. Funny story. She got stopped by the DEA today. Are you okay if I tell this? Can I tell this? I have to now. I started it. I can't not. Oh, y'all got to hear this. Y'all got to hear this. This is hilarious. This just happened. She called me. I should have put 2 and 2 together that you were coming here. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little busy. Got an event going on. So anyway, Did y'all see what I just did right there? That was the victim mindset. Did you see that? I just had the excuse mindset. Right? I just see I'm guilty. I told you I'm guilty of my own training. Okay, so Jen, she landed in Baltimore at the airport. I didn't know it was BWI until just now. Now I'm putting the whole story together. So she landed here. She walks by these 7 guys, like they look like they're all dressed the same. They have all kind of stuff on them. And she goes, "Hey." So she's just sweet little, "Hey." So you got to remember this part of the story. "Hey." She walks by. She's waiting at the luggage deal, luggage carousel. Second she goes to grab her bags, these 7 men come up to her. "Hey!" Right? They're driving towards her.
What you got?
Are you Jennifer Weinberger? Yes, I am. What can I do for you guys? Our nutritional products are so pure, our omega-3s they thought were drugs. That's what they told her. They told her, so they're going through the Drug Enforcement Agency. She was flagged from DFW to BWI, or wherever she was coming from, and they were waiting for her to get off the plane because they thought she had drugs in her suitcase. How many of those did you bring? I mean, I fly every day and no one stopped me. So that's a true story. So anyway, the point is this. Let me get back to the topic here. The point is this. The DEA had an established bullseye, and it was Jen Weinberger. All right, so listen, you have got, she's fine, obviously, by the way. She had no drugs on her, okay? It's IDLIFE. But here's, did you sign them up? That's what I want to know. They should be here right now. The DEA, they gotta get better at their job. You kidding me? That's terrible. Just go to the beach in the Caribbean. Pot everywhere. Go get those people. You ever notice that? It's legal. I'm aware. My brother lives in Colorado. Okay, established bullseye. The irony in this whole deal. Established bullseye. All right. Many of you get involved in IDLIFE, and you don't even establish a bullseye. Look, you have to plan your work before you work your plan. Many of you don't even plan your work. How do you establish a bullseye? This is what I did. I literally would take out a picture of whatever my goals were. And your bullseye is going to change. Okay? As your vision grows, which I'll get to momentarily, your bullseyes change. Okay? So the first one may be getting out of debt. So literally take pictures of your credit card. Or maybe it's your mortgage. And put those on your mirror. So every day when you wake up and every night when you go to sleep, you see it. Right? Because the downside to network marketing is you're your own boss. You follow me? Nobody can make you do anything. I cannot wait for the training tomorrow. I'm so fired up about that. But the point is this, is nobody can make you do anything. So you have to have gentle reminders that keep you focused on your bullseye. Or else your bullseye will come and go. It'll come and go. It'll come and go. Let me give you an example. You came here tonight, and right now, you're fired back up like you were the day you started. But the problem is what happened for the last month. You see, you don't have success because you just simply establish the bullseye. You establish success because you're consistently working towards that bullseye every single day. Success is by design, not by accident, team. And the folks that get ahead in life, they don't arbitrarily just go after their goals. They know what they're doing. At IDLIFE, I know exactly what our revenue numbers want to be for the end of this month, down to the penny. We know exactly what we want our revenues to be for February, down to the penny. All the way until the entire end of the year. We know exactly what our revenue bullseyes are. And the great thing about our compensation plan is every single thing we do, from promotions, you name it, is geared to make you more money to help us hit our bullseyes. And you'll learn about that on my call on Monday, February 1st. So make sure you're ready for the call at 8 p.m. Central on February 1st. Okay, but at the end of the day, you got to establish a bullseye. What is that? And then make sure your bullseye is apparent. On my cell phone, I have a picture of my wife and 2 children. I'm gone a lot, obviously. And I have to always remember my bullseyes to be the best husband possible and the best daddy possible. And if I'm not intentional about that, relationships fall apart. Listen to me. You can't connect from a distance, team. You connect by being intentional. Have a systematic approach to what you're doing in every phase of your life. There are some people that think the home life's not important. Listen to me. You can't go out and conquer the world outside your home, and World War III is going on inside your home. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm just being honest with you. We told you IDLIFE's a movement now. We said it's a health and wellness movement, not a product company. We told you that. Well, part of being healthy is mental and emotional. Okay? We want to add value to your life. Right now, some of you are already making excuses about this. Excuse mindset, victim mindset, right? Listen to me. I walk in my home exhausted. 2 nights ago, I told my wife, I go, honey, I have the whole world on my shoulders. I don't need you on my shoulders right now. That's what I told my wife. I stormed across my house, totally validating in my head what I just said. Honey, I love you. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. I'm serious. Look, I want you to know you're going to slip up. You're a human being. You're going to say things you don't mean. You're going to do things you don't mean. You're going to have emotional outbursts at times. Look, that doesn't define you if you can own the moment, right? And then always stay focused on your bullseye. What are you trying to get accomplished? My goal, I want to be the best husband possible. That's my goal, right? I'm not in competition with you, man. I'm saying I want to be the best husband possible for my household. I want to be the best daddy possible in my household. My bullseyes, I'll give you some examples. Every night, before we put the kids to bed, we pray with them, and I kiss them on each cheek, and I kiss them on the lips, and I tell them I love them. And I don't stop until they tell me they love me. And they say, I love you, Daddy, which is easy now, they're 3.5, but I'm hoping this will work when they're teenagers. I'm hoping. But I know it won't. I know, thank you. Don't! Don't kill my dream! Hey, I gotta tell you something. I had a heart-wrenching moment 2 nights ago. So my boys had gotten to the point where they're ready for their bed, right? So they're growing out of their crib, right? And so we decide to move them out of the nursery into what's going to be their bedroom. So we do it. Boom, 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 boom. I go downstairs to grab something out of what was their nursery just hours before. And I stand there and I see these 2 empty cribs, and it dawned on me. I will never again get to see my 2 boys in those cribs. Why is an established bullseye so important? Why is focus so important? Because we waste so much time on trivial things that get us nowhere, which not only slows down our success, but it robs us of valuable time we could be doing something elsewhere. And I want you to know that. When I saw those 2 cribs, you know what came to my mind instantly? How many times I scrolled through Facebook on my phone while my children were around, or how many times I was in a pointless conversation at the office where I could have gotten home and spent an extra 5 minutes with them. In fact, I close every single training we do. Y'all know that. So normally tomorrow I'd be the last speaker and blah, 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 blah. And because we have a core value at our corporate offices of family first, no questions asked. I told the staff, I said, look, I'm going to go first thing in the morning so I can be home with my children by 4:30 in the afternoon. And why am I saying that? I'm saying that because if you don't know what your bullseye is, you're going to waste so much time. So much valuable time. And that's time that you could be getting debt-free. That's time you could be establishing quality relationships. That's time you could be doing anything else but wasting time. Quite frankly, team, family, time is the only thing that we have that just tick-tock, 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 and it goes. You understand what I'm saying? That's why when you come to these trainings, I don't want there to be wasted time. We started way late because of traffic, we get that, but I want you to come, and we as a team, we want you to come, and we want you to feel like, okay, man, they poured into me. We don't ever want you to come to ID Revolution or come here and feel like we didn't deliver because we know your time's valuable. That's why it's not a hype fest. When we get up here, we're going to train you, we're going to mentor you, we're going to help you. And tomorrow is going to be amazing. Never underestimate the importance of a focused bullseye. Many of you need to go when this weekend's over, and you need to make sure that you have printed out whatever your bullseye is. If you're debt-free and your home's paid for, right, print out other bullseyes. You follow me on that? Figure it out, right? Figure it out. You know, if whatever you're in debt, here's what I would try to coach people to do. Let's say you're $100,000 in debt, round number, I don't know. $100,000 in debt. Every time you make money, get a little running deal down. You see what I'm saying? Right? So you can see your progress, right? So maybe if you make $5,000 in a month at IDLIFE, now it's 95 grand, right? And just create an account. And all that money is going straight to pay off debt. You follow me on this? Create our bullseyes that we can see, that you can visualize. All right, now you've decided, okay, I'm going to own my life. No more victim excuse mindset. I've got my bullseyes. I know what I want to get accomplished in life, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, relationally. I got that down, right? Now, the next thing we have to do is create a systematic approach. Systematic intentionality is the only way, my friends, to maximize time, maximize an opportunity, maximize IDLIFE. Everything that has ever been done with any kind of great magnitude was done systematically. You look at the greatest sports teams. They don't win because they have the best talent. They win because they have the best systems. You look at the greatest teams, every single year they're competing for a national championship, or every single year they're competing for a Super Bowl, or every single year they're competing for an NBA title. Look at the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, they got some talent this year that they didn't have in the past, but there's more talented teams. You look at the Cleveland, or actually Miami Heat when LeBron was still in Miami. They weren't very good their first year, relatively speaking, but when they started playing as a unit, a system, they won. Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player of all time. When they bought into Phil Jackson's approach of the systematic approach to triangle offense, they won. And what's critical at IDLIFE is that we as a huge family understand the success system. We understand the tools. Why try to reinvent the wheel? Keep it simple. You know, in network marketing, here's a curse that happens. I want you to hear me on this because I guarantee you some of you have experienced this either in other companies or here. People think it's about them. People think it's about them. They get this like inferiority complex, like they're God or something. You know, there's two things people like that need to know. There is a God, and you ain't him. That's what those people need to know. I'm serious. I see it all the time in network marketing companies. If they're not the one hosting their own deal, then they're not going. If they're not the one, and then you know what happens every single time? They fizzle out. But what's worse is the people that are following that guy or that girl, they end up fizzling out too. They miss out on the greatest opportunity in the world. I want y'all to receive this. So when you see it, you know to run from it. I want you to hear that. I'm just telling you point blank. This may come across arrogant to some of you. I hope you don't take it that way. I built one of the 5 largest downlines in the history of this industry. I know what I'm talking about. And if you don't have people that are plugging into the corporate culture, the team atmosphere, the we, us versus I, me, if you don't have folks that are looking to build more leaders instead of always wanting to be the girl or be the guy, you're around the wrong leadership. And you need to know that. Systematic intentionality means you understand the importance of duplication, understand the importance of symptoms. I'll throw myself under the bus. When I do a live stream and we do a business presentation that takes as long as the one I did at Celebration Saturday, it's ridiculous. I took way too long. Way too long. It should be an hour. With a couple testimonies, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. I'm throwing myself under the bus. Second I walked off stage, I told Daryl Smith, that was the worst presentation I've ever given in my life. I feel horrible. I just let the whole company down. Why am I saying all this? Systematic intentionality means people can track what you've done. They can see how you've done it. The results are repeatable. You know how many one-trick ponies there are in this industry? You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. Momentum can exaggerate someone's influence, and a lack of momentum can undervalue someone's influence. You hear me on this? If you come in and you just stay plugged into anything we got going, you're going to build a team right now. The question is, where are you going to be in 2 years? Can you keep growing at the same pace? Not if you don't have a systematic approach. Systematic intentionality means this: you're consistent in 2 major things. You're consistent in conduct, and you're consistent in conversation. You're the same person on stage as you are off stage. You're the same person in your home as you are out in public. You're the same. You're consistent. People respect that. You understand what I'm saying? You know one of the things that turns people off at church is they hear a pastor up there preaching, and then when you get to know them, they're a completely different person. I wouldn't want to follow that either. Well, that's what happens in network marketing. People act like they're the pastor. They act like they're the guy. They act like they're the girl. Listen to me. Our job is not to be at the top of the staircase and talk down to people. Our job is to get down there and help people walk up the stairs. That's our job. The greatest leader of all time said, I'm here to serve, not be served. He rode in on a donkey. Let that sink in, right? I'm not talking the Shrek kind. I mean, he rode in on a donkey. You know what I mean? No, I want you to understand, because people want to have success, but they don't understand what it looks like. So what happens is they see somebody that may have had success in something, and they think that's what it's supposed to look like, that's how you're supposed to be, and they get off track. If you want to be successful, here's your clue. If your top earner were to disappear, never show up again, would you know exactly what to do and how to do it? Would everything continue? Could other people fill right on in? Or is everything built around that personality? What I love about IDLIFE, if I disappeared, never showed up again, we're great. We have amazing field leaders, amazing corporate team. This company is called IDLIFE, not Logan Stout. Right? We're incredible. We're absolutely amazing. I'm not disappearing. All right? All right? You can't get rid of me. I love this, okay? So you're not getting rid of me. But at the end of the day, systematic intentionality. We've owned our life. Okay? We've owned our life. We understand the importance of establishing a bullseye. We understand it takes systematic approach, a success system, tools, mastering the comp plan, mastering the product, mastering the third-party tools, a systematic approach to being successful. Now what do we have to do? We have to get the right people on the team. Individuals play the game, teams win championships. I said this quote earlier. You know, so many people, I'm their leader, there they go. Right? That's not how it works. You follow me on this? I heard somebody say, Logan, I don't understand why no one wants to show up to my mixers. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Good time for a sip of water. My first mixer, 3 people showed up. This is back when I was 2002. My second mixer, no one showed up. I had the victim excuse mindset. Why wouldn't they show up? Listen to me, people want to show up in a great environment. People want to be a part of a great culture. People want to be in a place where they're encouraged and affirmed. People want to be in a place where they're growing. People want to be in a place where they have an opportunity to get debt-free. People want to be in a great atmosphere, in a great environment around great people. But here's what I want you to learn. You can't attract people to your movement if you aren't the person to attract them. People do not buy into a company. They buy into you, the person representing the company. You've got to grasp that. People think, I got to go out and find a big-time leader. No. You need to go out and be a big-time leader. You will attract what you are, not what you want. One of my number 1 keys to success in life is personal development, personal growth. It's why I'm so intentional about you all reading the right books and us making sure we're a leadership culture. I don't care where you are right now. I know where you can be if you feed your mind the right things. I know, because I've seen me do it. I'm telling you point blank. I am who I am today because I'm a byproduct of the books I've read, the people I've listened to, the folks I've surrounded myself with. Here's how you'll know if you're on track. If you were to look at your inner circle 5 years ago, if they're the same exact people today, you probably haven't grown. I mean, some of you are going to have to go through a divorce book. Literally, you're going to have to start divorcing some friends. I'm being serious. This sounds hideous, but people either add value to your life or they retract from your life. That's what they do. Just listen to me. They either add value to your life or they take away from your life. I mean, there's really no in between. You will become who you hang around. I promise you. You will become who you hang around. It's inevitable. It happens. So you have to be very intentional about who you're doing life with. Guard that. You know, I told my wife, I said, honey, you know, I grew up dirt poor. I don't like having extravagant stuff. It's just not really who I am. I don't think there's nothing wrong with having nice things. You know, you can dabble in the temporal, stay focused on the eternal. I said, but honey, one thing we will do is we will have a big old house. And it's going to be decked out. And it's going to be mind-blowing. And I said, and here's why. Because I want all of our kids, I want their friends to want to come to our house. I want them to go, can we go to the Stout house? Come on over. I'm serious. And here's why. I want to know who my kids are hanging out with.
There you go.
That's what I want to know. You can't tell me you've got a kid hanging around the right people. Your kid's a wonderful kid and I see his friends and they're thugs. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And so what I'm trying to say is this. Individuals play the game, teams win championship. You are a byproduct of the people you do life with. Network marketing and life in general, people think it's about mastering a skill. Do you know how many people are experts at a skill and are absolute failures in their business? Life is the people business. That's key number 4. We are in the people business. If you can be 75% great at working with people and only 15% great at knowing our comp plan and our products, you will succeed here. You can be 95% excellent at our products and our comp plan and our tools. But if you're only 5% good with people, you might as well just quit now. I'm serious. Save yourself the time and everybody else around you. I'm just serious. So the cool thing is this. Being a people person is actually quite simple. I wrote in my book, Stout Advice, which you all got a free copy of when you joined IDLIFE, okay? And the new edition actually came out, which is great. John Maxwell's an endorsement and all that type of stuff. So use that as credibility if you want, because Damon John and Barbara Corcoran from the Shark Tank obviously endorsed it too, the Sharks on the show. But in the book, I do a whole section on understanding personality types. So many people think that treating people the way you want to be treated is the key. That's wrong. Treat people the way they want to be treated. I'm a red. I'm a type A. Okay? Don't ever call me and ask me how I'm doing. I don't care if you want to know how I'm doing. If you're calling me, just get to the point. What do you want? Like, this is literally how I answer the phone. Yeah. 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 And you got like 5 seconds, and then I'm just I gotta go. I don't have time. I'm just going. I'm going. My text replies are one word. If you're lucky, you get an exclamation point. That's just how it is. I'm a type A. My wife, a yellow. She's a yellow. She's a nurturer. She wants everybody to be friends. If I treated my wife the way I want to be treated, it'd be a nightmare. I'm just telling you. I'd be up here going, hi, my name's Logan, Stout, and I've got 2 boys. That's what I'd be telling you, right? What you have to understand is I've learned how to love my wife the way she wants to be loved. And equally as important, she loves me the way I feel loved, which is totally different. Read that part of my book on understanding personality types. And I promise you it'll add huge value to your network marketing business here at IDLIFE. Step 5. All right, we've got the right people on board. Now it's about transferring vision. All right, listen to me. The 4 keys to getting people in your business. Number 1, passion, enthusiasm gets them excited. They're willing to come to a meeting. They're willing to look at a webinar. They're willing to hop on a live stream. Passion and excitement does that. Transfer of vision. Transfer of vision and transfer of belief, which is the next slide, is what gets them on the team. You see, there's people, they can come and they can go, man, this sounds great, this sounds awesome. But if they can't see themselves being successful in it, they're not going to join. They're going to say, hey, that's great for you. I'm happy for you. I'll buy some product from you. But if they, in their mind, can visualize themselves succeeding and being a part of it, they'll join your team. That's why if you ever hear me in a business presentation, I will do transfer of vision. Here's an example, right? How awesome is it going to be when in 12 months from now you're debt-free? Now in your mind you're going, God, that'd be great, right? We're giving people a bullseye in their head. That's called transfer of vision. You follow me on that? Listen to me, these aren't sales tactics. Please do not think I'm trying to tell you how to manipulate people. That's not what I'm trying to do. What we are trying to do is help people see what they ordinarily wouldn't see on their own. That, my friends, is called leadership. Leadership helps people bring out the greatness in them. And sometimes people are so stagnated by the depression of life that they stop dreaming. They stop seeing what can be. And so your job is not to beat them over the head with IDLIFE, it's to transfer vision, right? Help them see what they ordinarily wouldn't see on their own. You know what I'm saying? Most people, when you ask them, this is what I do, when I'm meeting a stranger, and they ask me what I do for a living, steal this, use this, use this. This is huge right here, use this, okay? Hey, so what do you do for a living? I go, well, that's a great question. Let me ask you, if you don't mind, I'll ask you a quick question. If you could be anywhere in the world doing anything with anyone, the life of your dreams, 2 years from right now, what would that look like? And boy, you can see people just start going, man, well, I would do this, I would do this, I would do this, I would like to do this, I'd love to travel the world more, blah, 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 blah. And then when they finish, I'll ask them, okay, so what are you going to do all that? What's your game plan to help you accomplish that in 2 years? And they go, well, I don't have one. You go, well, I help people accomplish their dream. That's what I do. Okay, so what did we do though? We transferred vision. Okay, now listen. You cannot expect someone to buy into your vision if you have not clearly articulated it to them. How are you supposed to get someone to follow where you're going in your bullseye if you don't even know? That's where I see most people in network marketing. They get excited. Oh, this is great. Yeah, this is awesome. So where are you going? I don't know. You know what I mean? Hey, remember, I'm speaking with you all. Okay, listen to me. This is therapy tonight. Tomorrow's fun. Okay? Now listen, I'm trying to help you understand the 10 keys to you getting out of debt and you changing your life. That's what we're trying to do. And sometimes those keys aren't always fun and hunky-dory. You follow me on that? Sometimes we have to get down to the grassroots of what's limiting our opportunity to succeed in life. And it may be the ownership mindset. It may be the established bullseye. Right? It may be, you get the point, okay? The clear articulated vision, transfer of vision. Okay, now going back to the person that I asked if you could be doing anything in the world 2 years from now. Now I got them visualizing being debt-free, or maybe they're visualizing, traveling the world, right? Maybe they're visualizing owning their own business one day. Whatever they told me. Step two is they got to believe they can do it. So here's what I say. Listen, before you write on this, listen. Here's what I say. Well, you know what's exciting about you wanting to accomplish those goals? I've helped people no better than you do so in 2 years. They're going, do you have a card? Do you have a card? No, but if you have your information, I'll be happy to take that, and I'll be happy to follow up. Don't ever give them your card, because then they're holding aces. You get their information. Now you're holding aces. Does that make sense? Okay? You've got their information. I built the majority of my business with my first network marketing company, completely cold market, because I was 22, and all my friends weren't thinking about building a business. At 22, they're chasing girls and doing the thing. My whole view, which is what I'm going to talk to the millennials about at Revolution, is when you're 18 to 29, you have a chance to set yourself up for the rest of your life. What most people do is they waste that time and get into debt, and they're forever in debt for the rest of their life. And the big message I want to get to the millennials is, you're going to sacrifice now or you can sacrifice later. Either way, there's going to be sacrifice. So why not sacrifice now? And so I had to cold market like crazy to get folks into the business. And I had to get adults. And the way I did it was exactly how I just described it. Now some of you may say, well, Logan, I can't talk like that. I can't speak like that. I can't do that. I'll teach you how to do that in step 9. Belief in self, belief in IDLIFE, and belief in others. You must transfer belief. If people don't believe in you, they're not going to follow you. Does that make sense? I told you earlier, people that I've had the opportunity to do life with, there's some things that are common about them. I told you earlier they have this focus. They see a bullseye within the bullseye. The second thing is they have an unwavering confidence. I mean, it is an unwavering confidence, just the way they walk. They just have a swagger about them. People that don't know them call them arrogant. Usually when you get to know them, they're actually really great people. They're great people. But they know where they're going, and you might get in the way of it. And you have to be that way. Some of you walk around timid. You do. You don't believe in yourself. Well, how do you expect people to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? Listen to me. Every one of you in this room, you were put on this earth to do great things. You have to own that. You have to know that. You are put on this earth to do it. The issue is, no one can do great things without the right environment to be great. As great as Michael Jordan was as a basketball player, without basketball, his greatness wouldn't have come out. That was his platform. As great as Michael Jackson was, if there weren't music, his greatness wouldn't have come out. The beautiful thing about IDLIFE is it's going to bring out all of your greatness, because now you have a platform where your greatness can flourish. Does that make sense? Yes. In corporate America, most of you don't have a platform. You're just one of their robots. In network marketing, we want to help you rise up and bring out the greatness in you. You've got to believe in yourself. At IDLIFE team, you got the greatest products, the greatest compensation plan, the greatest culture. If you don't know that, you will the more you hang around us. But as great as we are, you're the one who owns your life, as we established in step 1. You got to believe in yourself. And then lastly, transfer that belief in others. That transfer of belief is absolutely critical. That's why you'll hear me say at a business presentation, and I mean it sincerely, because I do believe everybody is put on this earth to do great things. I say this, we've helped people with 1/10 of your ability get out of debt. We've helped people with 1/10 of your ability do what they want to do here at IDLIFE. What am I doing right there? I've gone from transfer of vision, imagine where you're going to be 12 months now, you're debt free, how awesome is that life going to be, to transfer of belief, because here's how the human brain works. Boy, that sounds great, I would love to be out of debt. And then the next question, because human beings are just negative by nature, here's the next thing, but can I do it? That's what they ask themselves. God, I don't know if I can do it. I've tried one of these things before. I don't know if one of these things work. You've never tried IDLIFE, okay? And so they start talking themselves out. That's why you have to let them know that you believe in them. And you say, look, we've helped people with 1/10 of your ability to do this. We're going to be great. We are going to be great. Not you are going to be great. We're going to be great. We're going to do this together. I know what I'm doing. We're going to do this. It's going to be amazing. You're hearing how I'm communicating there? Y'all hearing this? Yes? No, this is critical. Look, I know we started late. I know it's late. Trust me. I'm up here working. You're sitting here chilling. Okay? Look, I get it. We're all tired. But I want you to grasp this. This is so critical. This is so critical. Okay? Belief is the paramount of everything. You show me, as a baseball coach, I've been so blessed to win 17 World Series titles, and it's not because I have the best talent. It's because I have the guys that believe in themselves more than anybody else. My guys will believe in themselves more than your guys will believe in yourselves. And that's why my team's going to beat your team. And that's why IDLIFE is going to be the greatest movement in the history of network marketing and the greatest company in the world. Because we're going to pour into everybody that comes in this movement, and we're going to help them bring out their greatness, and they're going to believe in themselves, and that's how we're going to operate here. And you all are going to change people's lives. And that's what's going to be exciting. Action. All right, we're getting to the good stuff now. What I just said, transfer of vision, transfer of belief, words, concepts, very important, but they're still words, they're still concepts. Listen to this. Words, concept, training. Excellent. Excellent. In the moment. But only action creates a movement. Words, concept, vision, training, excellent. In the moment. But only action creates a movement. There's so many people in life, they just sit there ready, aim, 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 aim. I'm feeling good, I'm thinking about it, it's going to happen one day, I'm going to do it, it's going to be great, it's going to be great. I just want to just punch people like that. Just wake up, you know? You will never succeed if you wait until you feel good to act. Sometimes in life, team, we have to act our way into a feeling. You know, when I get on the treadmill, when I go to the gym, there's very few times I wake up and I go, boy, I can't wait to work out. Man! Like, I see you guys. We have a bunch of, like, you know, bodybuilders and stuff because our products are the best. And so I don't get it. You guys get so jacked up and fired up about training. You know, making teeth. I see you every day. I'm so excited. I'm getting to train. It's going to be awesome. Yay, yay. Snow angels in the snow. Anyway, so y'all saw that. Y'all see that? I was messing with it earlier. That's not me. I'm just telling you point blank. That ain't me, okay? I wake up and I have my systematic intentionality. I understand we're all one good workout away from a good mood. So I go work out because it helps me. I get the benefits of it. I understand it, okay? And so I do it. But I have to act my way into that feeling. And what's interesting is when the workout's over, it feels great. That's right. Doesn't it? I've never known someone that went and got a good workout in and goes, God, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I've never had that happen. You understand what I'm saying? And so a lot of times we have to understand action. Action. Those that really succeed. Again, this is the 7th key to you accomplishing your individually designed life. You're never going to go, it's like taking pills. I love people that, well, I don't like taking pills. Who on earth has ever said, you know, I just love taking pills. I want to take pills. Every day, I can't wait to take pills. Said no one ever. If that's your thing, man, I'm sorry, but that's weird, right? I'm just saying. Like, nobody likes taking pills, right? It's the results we get from them. You know what I'm saying? And so ultimately, we have to act our way into a feeling. Action, at the end of the day, is the only thing that creates the movement. What happens in network marketing is I see people show up and they don't know what to say, so they don't say anything. They don't know how to make the phone call, so they just don't call. They don't know how to go up to a stranger, so they just don't cold market. Look, I promise you this, I've done everything wrong you can do. And it's why I've had the success that I've had. You follow me on this? You just go. Just go do it. And trust me, you'll get great at it. But the only way you get excellent is action. You've got to go, 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 go. The easy thing to do is to talk ourselves out of acting. It's the easiest thing to do. Receive what I just said right there. The easiest thing to do is to find excuses and reasons not to act. I gotta train a little bit more. I gotta go watch another training video. So there's some of you in the room, you know more about our products than I do. You've watched the videos a million times, but you've never talked to a single person about them. I'm serious. I mean, look, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. You know what I mean? Just be on fire and go. And people may look at you and go, that dude's weird, but I want to know what he's weird about. You know? Over 90% of every person that has a real estate license has never sold a home. Over 90% of every person that is a, quote, real estate professional has never sold a home. Why? Because they're all good on the knowledge part. They've got the intrinsic motivation to get the knowledge, but they don't have the courage to act on it. I want you to believe in yourself so you'll act. People won't act without belief. People will not act without belief. Don't take it personal when they say no. It's never personal. When you go talk to people about our products, do you understand you're doing them a favor? They're not doing you a favor. Some of you have to get a mind shift change on that. Some of you think, well, it'd mean the world to me if you be my customer. No. It's going to mean the world to you that I'm sharing this with you. Your health is an investment, not a cost. And if you don't invest now, it's going to cost you a fortune later.
That's right.
I'm excited to share with you what I've had the opportunity to bless a bunch of people with, and this company's blessed a bunch of people's lives with. I can't wait to share it with you. You want to know why some of us succeed, why others don't? It's not just because we act, but when we act out of absolute confidence.
That's right.
Where people look at you and go, they know what they're talking about. They know, I may hate them, but they know what they're talking about. I'm serious. Act. Get after it. When we finish this training tomorrow, then put your action items in place. Those action items should equate with your what? Your bullseye. You follow me? Don't confuse activity with productivity. I know some people that are active. They come to every meeting, and they're making nothing. I'm like, you're being active. You're not being productive. Bring people. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to me. Listen to me. Some of you are going, well, I tried. At the end of the day, what gets you out of debt is results, not trying. Not trying. So I want you to throw out the word, I tried. That tried. My boys are 3.5. They know not to say that. I'm serious. Somebody along the way in your life allows you to use that verbiage. I'm granting you permission to own your life tonight and to never use that verbiage again. Instead of saying, I tried, say, I'm doing. You hear the difference? And don't even say, I will. I heard someone say, I will. No. That means you're going to eventually say, I'm doing. You with me on this? You know what's interesting is, here's a little quote for you. This little social media quote. I know you'll like these. Don't mess this one up because this is important. No, I laugh and y'all messed it up like that's not what I said. You just messed that up. Get this one right. Listen right. Anyone can make a decision, can make a choice to change their life. It's only those that act on those decisions and choices that actually do. Every one of you have the ability. The seventh key will be the hardest for most of you in the room. This seventh key will be the hardest. I'm telling you, if you're shaking and scared to death, good. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not going hard enough. Get uncomfortable. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. The eighth key to you accomplishing your IDLIFE is you must have a purpose for everything you do. It sort of goes in line with the systematic intentionality, right? Life's valuable. Don't waste time. Before you know it, your kids will be out of their crib, right? Some of you are going, Logan, I can't wait till they're out of my crib, if you know what I mean. I don't want them out of my crib. I want them out of my house. What is your purpose? What is your why? So many people get focused on the what and the how. The what and the how are easy. Semantics. It's simple. But only you can determine your purpose, your why. Are you hearing me on this? Only you can determine your purpose. Nobody can determine that for you. We can determine the what, the products, the comp plan. We can determine it. We can tell you how to do it. We will tomorrow. And I'm excited about that. Okay? But only you can determine in your life what you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of. You have to establish what are you so disgusted of having to deal with that you are ready to get rid of it. It may be being overweight. It may be being in debt. It may be a job that you can't wait to walk away from. Listen to me. Your purpose, your why, is your resolve to do whatever it takes, whenever it takes, however it takes, regardless of the circumstances. Your why is your resolve to do whatever it takes, whenever it takes, however it takes, regardless of the circumstance. Most people wait till the circumstances are perfect before they're willing to go to action. If your why is strong enough, you ain't waiting. If your why is strong enough, you're not waiting. I'll tell you my why, my big why. I had my bullseyes. The bullseyes are your short-term sprints. You follow me on this? Your whys are your 12-month sprints. Get out of debt. Those are your bullseyes, okay? Your why is the grand vision of what you're wanting to accomplish. My why, my grand vision of what I want to accomplish was to put a stopgap in the way the Stout family lived for forever. That's what it was for me. I wanted the Stout family to go from this hard-working but poor family background. I want people from the future to go, boy, how did the Stout family get this blessed life? What happened? You know? I told my family reunion, I said, you'll better have a statue. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's really sarcasm. No, I'm not. Okay. No. Step 9, control your mindset. You either make your way in the world or the world makes its way in you. You either make your way in the world or the world makes its way in you. You've got to control your mindset. You know, as I referenced earlier, Success Mountain. Boy, you can go as fast and as far as you want to go as long as you can get over that first little cliff of the mountain. Because everybody else has quit by that point. You know, you've heard the statement applied before, success breeds success. The rich get what? Richer. I guarantee if you look at all of them, they've pretty much adopted almost every single key we've talked about. And by the way, rich does not mean just a bank account. Doesn't mean fancy cars. I know people that have fancy cars and fancy stuff, and they ain't rich. They're paycheck to paycheck, man. Everything's leased. They don't own anything. But they look good. They look good, and they're stressed out of their minds. Rich is you got quality relationships. Rich is you're healthy. Rich is, you got a good bank account. You're able to give to charity. You're able to make a difference in people's lives that are less fortunate. The number one thing that robs people of being rich is their own brain. The world is full of dream stealers. And usually they're your close family and friends. I'll never forget the first person I called. It was my go-to. I just knew they were going to be my customer, my first network marketing business. Sweetest lady I know. I had no doubt she was going to buy from me. No question. I went to her, and she literally goes, I can't believe this. You're a man of God. You're going to go to jail. You're going to go to jail. I just can't believe this. I said, Mom, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail, Mom. Hey, look, here. My wife and I own the company. We've got other great partners as well. How many of my family do you see walking around this company? How many of my family do you see? Family of origin. You're all my family of choice. How many of my family of origin do you see as top money earners? They have me. I'm here to mentor them. I would like nothing more than to help my own family. Oh, they all signed up. And they quit. There's 2 of them still working it. My Uncle Jeff and my stepdad. My stepdad, not even my blood. I got 1 blood family member still working it. Why am I telling you that? You're not alone. You know, if I were to buy into what my family told me life is all about, you know what my family always told me? You know how I was raised? I was told rich people are the devil. Rich people are terrible. That's what I was told. Rich people, all they care about is money. They'll manipulate you. All they care about is money. I was told all kind of stuff. I mean, I could go on and on. I'm not going to bore you. And when I was younger, I bought into it. Literally, I would see rich people and think they were bad. I think they're greedy. I think all they cared about was making money. Because that's what I was told. Personal development will liberate you to reach your God-given potential in life. Well, Logan, I don't like to read. I don't either. I do it every day. The price one pays for reading will far outweigh the price you pay for not reading. Listen to me. I don't care what you want to do in life. If it's anything of magnitude, there's a price to be paid.
That's right.
There's a price to be paid. You want a healthy marriage? There's a price to be paid. Is it worth it? No question. You want great children? There's a price to be paid. Everything that's worth it in life comes with a price. The problem is, somewhere along the lines, people have taught us the lottery mindset. The lottery mindset. You know the problem with cutting corners? Want to know the problem with cutting corners? You end up running in circles. I think I can. You learn up. I'm still in the same place. January 1st, 2016, I'm in the same place I was January 1st, 2015. All right, this year I'll try to cut some corners and try to get it. January 1st, 2017 rolls around. I'm in the same place. The road less traveled, my friends, that's where you'll find success. The road less traveled is where sacrifice and paying the price, that's where that'll be found. Where the traffic jams are, that's at the bottom of Success Mountain. Where the rest of my family seems to want to hang out. Control your mindset. Look, I love my family, and trust me, they're all doing just fine. Okay? They're doing just fine. Courtesy of my decision to change my family's life. You know what's interesting is when I became wealthy, my family grew. Have you ever noticed that? I'm not joking. You think I'm joking. I mean, it's amazing to me. How many people showed up to my wedding? It was insane how many people showed up to my wedding. It's like, who are these people? How did they even hear about the wedding? You know? Seriously. Took all of our food. You know what I mean? So my family put it in their pockets and stuff. What are you doing? One guy grabbed 2 bottles of wine. I can't make this stuff up. No, listen, why am I telling you all this stuff? People look at me and they go, oh, well, he's got it made. And blah, blah. Listen, I go through the same junk you do too. I'm just a few years ahead of you down this road. You follow me on that as far as building your empire? I'm just a few years ahead of you. And my number one passion is helping you get where I am. And that's why I'm willing to get up here and tell you the hard truths so we can get our minds right. You follow me on that? So we can own our lives. You know, most people, they'll get up here and tell you what feels good. Telling you what feels good doesn't change the wrong behaviors and actions.
That's right.
Telling you the truth is what changed the wrong behaviors and actions. And that, my friend, is where you'll find freedom. Last one. I was sitting, and then when I'm done here, I'm going to go right over here to the store, and I'd love to meet you, shake your hand. It's Friday night. You got nowhere to be. Everything's going to be fine. We have energy shots. You're going to be great, okay? I'm going to be right over here, and we have sleep strips too, so you'll be good there too. So I would really be honored. I'd love to meet you, take a picture with you, whatever you want. I'd be happy to do that because tomorrow I'm not going to have time because I'm going to speak and go see my family. I was on the beach in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and I know we had a lot of fun there. And I really have learned to try to value time better because I wasn't always good at it. I'm still not good at it, but I'm getting better. And so I bring my mom with me because my mom raised me. And I'm forever indebted to my mother. And what's interesting is, never in my life has my mom ever given me sort of like wisdom. Ever. Like, she's never really given me like life principles or anything like that. It was just more survival. You know what I'm saying? And I just watched my mom, and miserable. She hated her job, and every day I'd come home and she'd be on the recliner smoking a cigarette and having Franzia boxed wine. I mean, that was my mom every single day. And I had no curfew as a kid. I mean, it was just, you know, that was it. And I'm sitting on the beach, and I'm looking at my mom, and my obviously, we age. And for the first time in my life, I'm looking at this mother who raised me, and I started having all these flashbacks as a kid. And I'm going, Mom, my mom's a beautiful woman. And what she did to sacrifice for me and my little brother, I can't even imagine what my mom went through. And I'm having these thoughts as I'm sitting there on the beach, and my mom, and I'm just humbled. I literally, I was tearing up sitting there by myself, looking at my mother, going, how awesome is it that I get to bring my mom on these trips with us, and I get to just sort of pay her back for all she sacrificed for me and my brother. And thank you. But I'm looking at her, and I had this thought. Logan, you've never asked your mom any kind of deep question. And so I sat there for a second, and I go, Mom, I've never asked you this question. You've never really, told me how to live my life. You just sort of let me do whatever. And I said, Mom, if you could tell me one thing as you reflect on life, if there's one piece of advice you'd give me, what would it be? And my mom sort of sat there. And I'll never forget this. She kind of looked around, and she goes, in these exact words, don't lose your happy. And the way she said it, you know what I mean? Like, be happy, but the way she worded it, it was just so elegant and so beautiful. It was don't lose your happy. And I started shedding tears. She started shedding tears. She goes, Logan, as a single mom, it was tough. And she said, I have a lot of regret. She said, I have a lot of regret, honey. She goes, I didn't enjoy you and your little brother's childhood. I was just trying to survive. And I know I wasn't the best parent, and we didn't have a whole lot of great moments. But she said, I'm proud of who you've become. And she said, honey, if I could teach you one thing, just enjoy the precious moments in life. Because they go by so fast. I guess the 10th key to you accomplishing your IDLIFE, quite frankly, is the most important key. Enjoy life. Have fun. You know what I mean? Have fun. Yeah, we're going to get debt-free. Yeah, we're going to get healthy. Yeah, we're going to do great things. But it doesn't have to come at the price of not enjoying it. You can pay the price and still have fun. It's all about perspective. John Maxwell, one of my best friends, he says it best. He said, so many people ask, how fast can I get there? Right? How fast can I get to national director? How fast can I get to managing director? How fast? He said, they have it all wrong. The question shouldn't be how fast can we get there. The question should be how far can we go?
That's right.
And to me, that's what I think my mom was trying to tell me. She was saying, honey, for whatever reason, this is what she told me. She said, for whatever reason, God protected you. Because you had every reason to go off track and just go down the wrong path. And she said, I just hope it doesn't come at the price of not enjoying the ride. And I looked at my mom and I said, Mom, that's the greatest piece of advice I've ever gotten. Because I haven't enjoyed it. I haven't. If I have one big regret in life, it's until my mom told me that in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, I didn't sit back and enjoy it. I've always been, what's the next bullseye? What's the next bullseye? What's the next bullseye? What's the next bullseye? And I guess what I want you all to know is you're going to have a lot of accomplishments here. And we're going to recognize you, and we're going to reward you, and we're going to have fun with you. And as you go on this journey, don't ask yourself, how fast can I get there? Rather ask yourself, how far can we go? And whatever you do, let's just be addicted to living, huh? Let's be addicted to living. The IDLIFE movement is all about being addicted to living. It's about being addicted to becoming a better person each and every day. We're not going to be the best person right now, but we're getting there, right? Progress is still progress. No matter how big or how small it is, it's still progress. And this IDLIFE movement is a journey. It's not a destination. You follow me on this? The only destinations are incentive trips, which are a lot of fun. But have fun with this. I think most people quit because they lose perspective. You know what I mean? They lose perspective, and that's why they quit. And as I close up tonight, I'm so excited about teaching you how to create momentum in your business. But as I close up tonight, I just want to let you all know that you all being here tonight, it makes me happy. And so I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I hope you'll come over and meet me, okay? All right.